with Kai's K9 Boot Camp, and today we do have Mazikeen, and Gage is out too, so you may see him running in and out of shot. She may be a little whiny. The dog next door is outside, and there's a rabbit over there that I'm distracted by. So, what are you doing? Today we're going over how to teach your dog to find help or find its handler. For Mazikeen and Gage, those commands would be find mommy, which is me, or find help, which is either my mom or my dad. I don't recommend having them just go up to any stranger. You just can't trust people like that. They could take your dog, and because they are service dogs, they're not going to fight them on that, because, I mean, at least they shouldn't. So I don't recommend just having them go find anyone that it can. You always want them to go to someone that the dog knows. It's a pretty simple process. For the most part, what you want to do to have them go find help, you want to assign a person or multiple people, but they can only go to those people for help. So you hold your dog. You can reenact the symptoms if you want, or the reason they would need to find another person. So if you go unconscious, you have seizures, whatever that may be, you want to reenact that. Give them the command, find help, and have the other person call them over and treat them when they come to them. That's it for that. It's pretty simple. It's a little bit of a process to get them to just do it automatically, but it's a pretty simple process. You also want to make sure that the dog is guiding them back. So these commands can be used together, as in go find help, and then having that person tell the dog find mommy or find daddy, whatever you decide to use as that command. So for Mazikeen, it would be, I would pass out. She would go find my mom or my dad. Usually it's going to be my mom. And then guide my mom back to me, mommy. Basically what you're going to do, reenact the reason the dog would need to do this. Say go find help, have that person call them, treat them when they come, and then say go find whatever command you decide to use to have them come find you, and then you give them a treat when they find you. Eventually you should be able to start phasing out the commands, and they just kind of do it, but at the beginning you do want to have those commands. It's just helpful for the dog. And to do those each separately, you would say find mommy. I'm just going to keep saying that because that's what I use. So find mommy, and then have them come up to you. You give them a treat, basically like you're recall training them, but eventually you're going to start hiding from them. And you're going to say find mommy so that they can find you. And then you can also reenact the reason they would need to find you again. And be like, you know, for me it would be, I would drop to the floor, say find mommy, and then she has to find me on the ground and immediately go into response. And then for finding the other person, is basically you're going to reverse that. Find help, you can guide them over there if they need help at first with learning that. Really just depends on the dog, but that is pretty much it. Those are basically the steps. I didn't bring any treats out here, but I guess I can show you a little bit of what you do. So say I passed out, I'm on the ground. Liam, call her.
Come on, come here.
Good girl. And then you would say, find help. Good girl. Find mommy. Good job. That's basically it. But I would be on the ground. So that's it. You basically just have the other person call them over, give them a treat, say, yes, find help. Good, find help. And you want to say that command before they go. So it's basically it. It's simple. Most dogs, that's how it's going to work. They have to know their name, obviously. They have to be okay off leash. You need to start this inside anyways, inside of your own home where they're comfortable, but once you start going out in public, they do have to be okay off leash, and know their name and come to their name 100% of the time at first, before you can start this training. Having a high reward treat is going to encourage some of the dogs that may not want to go to other people. She actually has a treat. The brand that created it is called Nudges, and it's made of real steak, and she really, really loves those. So treats like that, and if your dog really doesn't seem interested in any kind of pre-made treat, you can always just get chicken, cut it up into small pieces, and create that as their treat. that's about it though. It's more of just getting the dog. It's a little bit of a longer process because you have to phase the dog out of each step. So you have to start with, sometimes you have to guide them to that other person. They do have to guide that other person back to you. You have to make sure that you are giving them a command for it at first, making sure that you're not putting too much distance between yourself and whatever they're trying to get to, or between them and whatever they're trying to get to. When you're first starting out, it's fine if you just start like this far away, and then you can start giving yourself more space. Good girl. You can start giving yourself more space and making it more challenging for the dog. So this is just another one of those things that it's simple. It's just a longer process than some of the other things like sit, focus, down, stay. For most dogs, alerting is a lot faster too. This video is short and I'm kind of not focused right now. That's because if you guys have seen my post on Facebook, I have a certain coworker that I don't want to deal with right now, and I have to deal with because I'm the only person locked in that part of the office with him all day. So if you notice me being not so happy and me just kind of being short right now, that's because I am. But I'm trying to get all the information out for you guys. It's also freezing cold out here, so I also don't want to deal with that. That's it. That's everything. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Kylie Service Canines. I don't really post much on there right now, but eventually I will. That's everything. So, questions, comments, concerns, go in the comment section. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section. And as always, we love you.